Welcome back. For this month, I thought I'd do something interesting and talk about the ripple effect that money has across all the different aspects of your life. So, to kick things off the right way, I thought I would start with your relationship with your spouse. Now, money is the number 3 reason for divorce, behind infidelity and the impact of children. So, finances come up next. It's clearly a big deal. This goes for rich people, poor people, everyone in between. It is just how we handle money, how we think about money and use it, and it causes massive conflict. Now I'm going to mix something else in. 78% of people, as per the statistics today, are living paycheck to paycheck. That means they don't have enough money put aside that if they lost their job, they'd be okay for 6 months or a year or whatever to go find a new one. So they're constantly tight and they feel constantly stressed about that, right? So we're talking about something that's very important that is affecting everyone, regardless of financial status. Most people are impacted and already stressed about this topic. And then you mix in different ideologies around money and how you think you should spend money, what you think you should do with it, and then how you actually communicate. Communication styles are different, right? So you might think the same thing and communicate it 2 different ways, and that's still going to cause conflict, right? So you mix all this together and you just get this perfect cocktail made for a disaster. And that is why we end up with money being the number 3 reason for divorce. But what if we flip that script, right? Instead of having this negative trajectory and thought process around money, what if we could get control of our money and we could always feel like we had control of our money? You don't have to spend a ton of time on it to understand. If you do the work up front, you can automate everything and you can feel like everything's good. And then your spouse comes back from a shopping spree and you're not freaking out because, oh my God, why did you spend all of our money and we can't da da da? You're going, oh cool, what'd you get? Because you don't care, because you know that they followed the plan and the rules and the whatever that you've put in place, right? And it's going to create, now they don't feel bad about going on a shopping spree because they know how much they have, they know how much whatever, because you've planned ahead. And they're not worried when they come home and already stressed and ready for the fight that's going to happen because they bought some things, right? So I'll give you a perfect example. Recently I got a new drone. Now, the drones that I get are not cheap. And we have thresholds, me and my wife, with when you spend over a certain amount of money, you have to run it by the other person. And I didn't run this by her. And it was over the limit. And it comes in the mail and she's like, oh, you got a new drone. That's cool. How much did that cost? How'd you pay for that? And I was like, well, I sold the old drone. So it didn't cost nearly as much as the price tag says that it did. And da 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 da. And so that's how I got it. Her response was, oh, okay, cool. Have fun. Bye. Don't care. I didn't break a rule. I didn't do anything wrong, right? And I wasn't worried when it came in the mail that she was going to freak out on me. And I will tell you, we didn't always have these rules in place. And if you watch my Why I Became a Financial Coach video, that is the reason that I wanted to become a financial coach, because I work with money, and that used to be the biggest fight that we would have. And it was the bloodiest battle ever, every time anything came up with money. And and that's where I went, like, this is not just us, right? And then we made the rules and then we got past it. And then I saw the power of, okay, yes, I need to figure out, when you communicate with somebody else, because I work in finance, I've always been able to plan my stuff, but that's not the same as doing it with another partner who thinks about it differently and does it differently, right? So now let's wrap back to the 80% of people that are living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so if I came home with a very expensive drone that you don't need at all, and we're living paycheck to paycheck, and we're trying to get by and make the bills happen, and this, that, and the other, if that's not a recipe for a fight, I don't know what is, right? And living paycheck to paycheck with the already underlying stressed out tone, the answer is going to be, well, did you need to spend it on that? Well, okay, but if we take a minute and we can plan, and you know that I'm not ruining our ability to accomplish our financial goals, we've taken a lot of the stress out. If you sit down and you plan ahead and you go, okay, I want to be able to buy my kid a car, and I want to be able to take that dream vacation. I want to be able to get a new drone and not have to worry about it. So many people go on vacation and they're stressed about how they're going to pay for it because they haven't been able to plan ahead. And then it affects their entire vacation. And then they come back and their marriage is not fixed by this vacation that was too expensive in the mind of one person while the other person is out booking another vacation. You know what I mean? And so when you can get that right, it can go really right. And it feels so good when you can turn around and be like, and I'm buying my kid a car when they turn 16, and we're taking that dream vacation, and you can go have your drone, and I don't care because money doesn't stress us out anymore. That's a huge impact. And that's really what I love about working with people and helping people with, is getting past that stressful point, getting to a place where there is a plan, and really seeing the impact in a positive way. For we've now communicated about money. Hey, there we go. Now it's our marriage is getting better, right? We have a plan. We're executing that plan. Everything is moving in the right direction. And now, instead of this number 3 cause for divorce thing affecting our relationship, now it's this great thing that's helping us live our dreams and do what we want. And that is really the ripple effect of money on your relationship, good or bad. It comes down to communication, planning, and execution around it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.